Good morning to the grind. Good morning to you out there, man. Good morning, Jazz Zone, Jazz Vibration, man. My family, my daddy, my auntie, our community, and to you out there, it is the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. I'm your guy, KeJohnna Owens, with each and every morning, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be so blessed to be alive. I get up and share some empowering, motivational, get up and get it for the morning, man. It's an honor. It's part of my mojo, so hopefully we get to make an impact in someone's life out there that says, you know what, I want a little bit more than just the ordinary. So I'm going to put a little bit more than just the ordinary to it. I'm going to put a little bit extra to the ordinary to be extraordinary. We can do it. We absolutely can. Today, as I was talking to my brother in success, my main man, my brother in Christ, man, invited me out Mount Zion Christian Church there in Ontario, California, for a men's conference. Super powerful, major connections, and what I grasped from it was expand your circle. Expand your circle. You know what we know, we already know. What we don't know is expansive. There's no way I can know as much as I can know with research, application, being open to new opportunities, meet new people. What I know, if I lived on that, man, I'd be already at the top of the hill, I guess, as much as I could do in my life. So being around brothers that were aggressive towards what they want, assertive toward what they wanted, open to fellowship, just offered it another kind of expanding of my spirit, my vision, my grind and tenacity, and expanding that circle. Oh man, get around some people that's doing some things. Get around some people that are doing what you want to do, the way you want to do it, living the way you want to live, or at least open to an opportunity that you can put yourself where you want to be in your life. I got to give Dr. George C. Frazier the floor today as we talk about expanding the circle. What better speaker, mentor, leader to talk about expanding your network than a preeminent networker in the country, if not the world, to show how to connect those dots to success. So today, as we talk about it, think about expanding your circle. Stand by.
I prepared a chart. And this is a chart that I think says in another way what he so profoundly provided us today. This chart to me represents beautiful, educated, moneyed black people all over America. It could represent black organizations, it could represent black churches, it could represent black social and civic organizations. And what you will notice about these beautiful black people all over America is that everybody is doing their own thing, caught up in a Eurocentric value of rugged individualism, having forgotten that it takes a village to raise a child. There is no power here, brothers and sisters. There is no power here. Power is most effective concentrated. You can take a 55-gallon drum of water, spill it over, it will disperse, find its own level, and eventually evaporate. You can take that same 55-gallon drum of water, put it under pressure, put a lid on it, put a hose in it, put a nozzle on the end of that hose, and it can cut concrete. There is no power with us being disconnected. See, there's nothing wrong with dispersion. I live in Cleveland, you live in Atlanta. We have folk in the Caribbean, we have folk in Africa. That's dispersion. That's okay, but we do not have to be disconnected. We are a disconnected people. We are powerless in disconnection. This is where all the power is. You see? This is where all the power is. Whether you are at the center of your own network or a part of someone else's network, this is where the power is. There's a beautiful African proverb that says, when spiders unite, they can tie up a lion. When we connect, because we are disconnected, we're disconnected from those of like mind. We're disconnected from the best practices in our community. I don't care what it is that you want to do, what profession you want to engage in, what business you want to get into. I can introduce you to brothers and sisters all over America they are doing it to death. You just don't know who they are. You are disconnected from them. There is no power in disconnection. Okay? When we connect, we prevent interlopers from coming into our communities and taking and destroying at will.
All right, George.
Try to open up the Booker T. Washington delicatessen in Chinatown and see what happens. So we must connect. We must connect the dots. That must be the movement for our people in the 21st century. We need a lot of us doing a little instead of a few of us doing a lot. We need to get together to get ahead. That is why we must network.
Welcome to the Jazz Zone. Allow the Jazz Zone to make your next event enjoyable and entertaining. The Jazz Zone is great for private parties, weddings, festivals, fundraisers, grand openings, and corporate affairs. Move up to the next level of entertaining with the Jazz Zone. Check out our website at jazzzone.net. That's JAZZZONE.net. Or call the Jazz Zone at 626-798-6848.
That's it, man. You got to think big. Bishop Harold Jackson out there with Think Big Inc., man. You got to catch him live, man. Live on the drive for 5, man. Man, Jazz Zone, jazzzone.net. Check them out. Roscoe Lee Owens, man. Make your next event your best event. Jazz Zone, Jazz Vibration, keeping live music alive. Legacy preservationist. It's an amazing time in the world, if you will. Man, we could connect with people all over the world through what accesses we have today. That's the thing about expanding your circle. Expanding your circle of people that have influence towards where you want to be. Expanding your circle of connectivity with people that are doing what you want to do. Being where you want to be. You know, as I said last week, you know, they got a place called Abu Dhabi. You know, I want to see it. I've heard nothing but great things about it. You know, Abu Dhabi, right? It's funny to say, but man, from what I've seen, it's like gold handles and doors, and man, they got the sheep and all those kind of things. Man, why not? Why not live a life that offers, you know, the things that we look at on TV to see that other people are living? Gauging what we can do with our life based on what's available to others on TV, but then the availability is within reach by expanding your circle. It's just expanding your circle. Great morning to the grind. Mr. Neosha Morris out there, man, on the grind, man, on the mission, man. My brother in Christ, my brother in success, my brother right there, man. It's amazing to be connected with you, sir, each and every day, man. You up and on it. You got a mission for yourself, for your life, for your family, and you are committed to it with an excuse-free work ethic, man. So amazing to have you on this morning. Listen, expanding that network, expanding your goals, expanding your scope, expanding your reach, expanding your thought process, expanding what you thought you could do with your life, and then getting into a pool of water that says, man, I could really do something. You know, I could get my own Super Bowl ring. You know, I watched a little football yesterday. Great to see the Raider fan. One thing we know how to do is lose. You know, the Raiders, they get right back up on. But think about a team. You know, being a fan of a team that may not be doing as well as you think they should. But do you quit on them? No, you don't quit on them. You go through the pain. And that's the same thing as expanding. You know, what could we make an adjustment within this thing to get to the other side of what we know we can do, the potential, the opportunity, the chance to change our lives. You take the chance, expand your circle and see that there are other things that could be done. Expand your circle and see that there are other things that you could do with your life that you'd like to do. You may not like it at first, because at first, people are going to tell you you're crazy. At first, it's not going to work. And at first, if you don't succeed, you must try again. We can say that as kids, but can we do that as adults? Let's get right back onto it. You know, put in that work, put in that effort. As I say all the time, nothing works but the work, but even more so than that, you got to apply the level of the work you do to match the level of the faith you have. Stand by.
One of the biggest contradictions of massive success is when people go to their moms, their dads, their brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend. They say, listen, one day the world's going to know who I am. One day I will have a Ferrari, the Lambo, the Rolls, the Bentley, the big house, the cars, the backyard with the big swimming pool and an elevator. I'm going to put the biggest parties. I'm going to be a millionaire one day. Yet, instead of staying at the office on Friday night, you call your friends and you go party. Instead of waking up Saturday morning to go to the gym, you sleep until 10 o'clock. Instead of reading the book on Sundays, you kick back and watch movies all day long. The reality is very simple. Those who win big, they do 4 things right. They sleep, sweat, grind, repeat. And they do it over and over and over again until their dreams become a reality.
If you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life, no matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%.
You still must grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind. And that one day, you see me on a dark alley, run at 1 o'clock in the morning, know one thing. I was grinding.
Every single day when you wake up, you got 2 options. You can look at the clock and hit the snooze. You can look at that snooze button, boom. You can hit the snooze button and go back to bed and dream about what you want to have. Or you can look at that snooze button, kick that clock and get up and go pursue your dreams.
You need to walk through the mud and life, guys, if you ever want to get to the higher ground. That higher ground is where you look in the mirror and you have respect, and you went through the work, the sweat equity of it all. And the end product is something you travel, a legacy of life that you put your signature to, that means something. You're not speaking hollow words. You're backing those motherfuckers up with that.
That's what lions do. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living.
I still grind. I love to grind. If you're competing in one of my businesses, I'm going to kick your ass because I'm going to outgrind you.
You have to be willing to work in places people don't see.
While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working.
There's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you are, who wants the job you have, who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you can have. So make that a motivation for you.
And mental toughness says, not only do I climb that doggone mountain, I enjoy climbing the mountain. I get a kick out the mountain. I get a kick out the weights. I get a kick out of fatigue. I get a kick out of the grind. I get a kick out of it. You take advantage of this opportunity. You let everything else go. You eat different. You study different. You practice different. We don't have forever. Let's not act like it. We're all going to die. And so I don't act like I'm going to live forever. So every opportunity I get, I murder it. Process driven. I love it. I'm about that life. I get up every morning at 3 o'clock. When I want to get up, when I don't. When I feel like it and I don't feel like, why? Because I'm process driven. I'm not feelings driven. Champions are not feeling driven. Champions don't get up when they want to. And if we're going to be champions, process driven.
Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
Process driven. Let's talk about process driven. Process driven meaning I'm going to take some of that failure, a couple of those losses, a couple of those letdowns. I'm going to sprinkle that in my gumbo. I'm going to put that in my stew, right? Because that's what it takes. That's the root, man. That time when it didn't work, that time when it didn't show up, that time when it didn't answer, that time when it didn't call back, the time when the deal fell through, the time when it all fell in. All that's in the gumbo. See, nobody gets to the other side without going through the thing. The deal is most of us don't want to go through the thing. That's why we like somebody that's gone through the thing that says they could give us so many dollars per hour to help them promote their thing because they have produced a machine that pays out. Because if you can make $10, $15, $20, $50, $100, $200, $500 an hour, whatever that hour amount might be, the person that's writing the check is making more. That's the deal. Now, that doesn't bother me a bit what somebody else makes. I have no, whatever somebody else's check is, but see, I like to earn on production. See, production is where there is no limit. See, I don't need a ceiling. I don't need for to have a cap on what I can do within it. I've got this opportunity to work for the company, and I asked the company, how far can I go to take care of my family with a commitment that far exceeds what you would expect from a general employee? How far can I take myself and my family? What's the income? What's the opportunity? And they say I'm about at the ceiling or if it goes this far, and I got a guy that says, man, there's no limit. I had to put myself in the water that says, man, you need to be in an unlimited water opportunity. So if that's you, find that opportunity for yourself. I don't care if you start off making gloves, hats, beanies, t-shirts, cups, bowls, spoons, the hair supply, interchangeable glasses, wristbands, watches. What difference does it make what you subscribe to? What you subscribe to, you must do though. And you must connect some dots to expand your support network. That's a whole nother deal right there. We're going to get into support network. Those are the people that when you offer, would you give me some feedback about what I'm doing? And they don't mind taking a look at what you're doing. The friends, the family that you say, well, I've started a new business. Would you look at what I'm doing? That's a support network. And sometimes the fear in speaking to the people most close to us is what hinders us from expanding the circle. See, that circle, they know you. That circle, they've been around you. That circle already has a cap on what you could do, who you could be, where you can go, based on where you've done, what you've done, where you are today, and throughout the years you've known them. But see, you and him have an agreement. There are no limits. The only limits that we have is the one we foist upon ourselves. I've been reading. We foist them upon ourselves, which we bring them. We buy the philosophy that only I'm at where I'm at. And this has become almost a despicable term to me because I took it a different way. I used to use it. I used to use this term. This was big in me, stand by. The term, it is what it is. I used to say that a lot. It is what it is. And it is what it is I think it's a comfortable statement, meaning I work here, it is what it is. I'm married to this person, it is what it is. My life is this kind of way, it is what it is. But then as I start to think about it, why has it got to be what it is and I can't make it be what I want it to be? If you got that kind of notion, man, you got to get around the people that subscribe to that kind of notion. They don't mind somebody saying no. They don't mind somebody. It's not even about the yes. It's about the who shows up. You can sign up for anything. And that's why I'm such a Kobe Bryant fan. It's like, hey, over here, this is how I work. Now, practice at 6 o'clock. What I do at 3, 4, 5, that's on me. I got 2, 3 practices in before you got the one practice in. I'm going to set myself a little bit different than everyone else. And only a few people take that leadership because, like they tell me a lot, you don't have to do all that. See, I got to expand my circle. I need to talk to people that you can do all that. I want to talk to people that open up, that you may think that you're thinking big, and find that, man, that's a small thought to the opportunity that it encompasses. The opportunity is huge. Sometimes the mind is small. Mr. Cedric White, shout out to you, sir. As a dynamic leader with Planet Marketing, he asked a question in the training. Why do they sell $40, $50 million jets, yachts? I don't want to mess up the amazing training, but that was the simple question. Why do they sell $40 million jets, yachts, homes? Because people buy them. That's how you expand your circle. I want to be around the people buying that. I want to be around the people that are making a difference in the world. I want to be around the people that are able to say, you know what, we need a school bus for the church. Let's invest in it, and I can stroke the check. See, that's the kind of people that's the kind of difference. That's the kind of impact. In order to make that kind of impact, in order to make that kind of difference, you got to expand the circle with the people that are looking to make that kind of difference. You don't have to have all you need, you think you need to get started. What you have to do is get started. Stand by as we talk about a few of these partners and success. It's going to be an amazing, amazing week. I hope you're out there feeling good about your weekend. I had an amazing weekend out there with my brother in success, man, fellowshipping with Mount Zion of Ontario, California. Stand by.
Are you committed? Because without commitment, nothing happens. If you're not committed, you're not going to make it. You have to be committed through the storm and the rain and the heartache and the pain and the disappointment, or you're not going to make it. It's a commitment. It's not a feeling. Commitments don't have nothing to do with your feelings. You do it because you're supposed to. While they was golfing, I was studying. While they was shooting hoops, I was studying. While they was playing games and sitting up and eating and joking in the restaurant, I was studying. You can't get out of something that you're not willing to put into it. You have to put your everything, your mind, your energy, your effort, your discipline, your tenacity. Nothing is going to jump out the fire. If you don't throw something in there, it's not going to happen. Nobody's going to put into your dream before you put in. You have to invest in what you dream for. Anybody can dream it, but you'll never see it until you're willing to be committed to it. I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to pass. Do you believe anything bad enough to fight for it and sweat for it and work for it?
The uncommitted life isn't worth living. Why? Because it doesn't produce anything. The people that make a commitment with their lives, the people that make a commitment to their customers, the people that make a commitment to their families, to their relationships, are the people that make the greatest impact in life. When we put ourselves in a situation where we say we're going to do it, it puts you in another zone where the universe responds to you. See, the universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied, because that is your commitment. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. That power to create that and to manifest that, that is yours. That's available to you. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, be lonely, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, become bankrupt if necessary, again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up. Nothing can resist a person that has that kind of commitment.
Got that kind of commitment. Nothing can resist a person that has that type of commitment. Now, commitment is personal. We got another show on commitment, but I want to invite you, if you have a committed spirit like that, we got some things going on that committed people may just find very, very satisfying to who you are and what you do. This morning, Mondays, Wednesdays, Friday mornings, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me and my partner in success there, my brother right there, we get in with a team of leaders, and we share this concept of business ownership. And if you'd like to attend, you text access to 909-686-1698. Get you some information of where you can attend, Zoom in the other room. We are empowering people through business ownership. Lots of activities coming up. October 2nd, Men Making an Impact. We're looking to reach out to men that are, it's time for us to really stand in a position of leadership, take some of the responsibilities that we have and stand up on them, right now, today, our wives, our children, our legacies deserve it. We're connecting dots to success for our families, our communities, and our legacies through the power of business ownership. And guess what, man? On October 8th, if you were here in Southern California, I'd love to have you come out, meet founder, Mr. Donald Bradley, CEO of Planet Marketing, top income earners in the entire company, to be here in Pomona, California on Saturday, October 8th. You text that same information to 909-686-1698. I'll get you prepared where I can have your seating arranged for you. Like to 10, I'd love to have you there, man. It's going to be an amazing month. We're approaching upon some things that are going to be really, really exciting. So if you have the kind of tenacity, the kind of drive to put yourself in an atmosphere where we have personal development with a high-level compensation plan that is about your activity, about what you want to do and how many people you want to help in life. So look forward to seeing you there. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Man, you got to get to the other side. Let's get to the other side and see what that feels like. I don't want to have the same reasons or the same excuses be the same reasons or the same excuses for not being able to, wishing I could, when I have the opportunity to take control of my life and put myself and my family in the best position possible with my efforts. No one can control your efforts. That's personal. We see you on the other side. It's been the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. Once again, God bless. If you're up this morning and you're already on it, salute to you. If you're getting up, you got to get up. You got to catch up. Let's go. We see you on the other side.